Let's begin with the Mangalachara. Om Jnanatmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurupe Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhisham Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kadamayam Dadati Swaparamikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavasya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatha Vidam Dam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhan Vitamsa Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So welcome all of you for joining us for this Friday evening session. Thank you for your valuable association. Thank you so much. Thank you. So we continue study of Srimad Bhagavatam. We covered till verse number 8. Yeah. Actually, we are going to begin verse number 9, which is a combined verse 9 and 10. Yes. Yeah, so let's go there, 9 and 10. So before that, as you say, we are all going to read from the scripture, which is translated by our divine, His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, all the translation and purport by him, and all the commentary given by different acharyas is what we are going to study. So whatever credit that comes may go to them. Whatever discredit or any mistake that will be solely mine, so please forgive me for that. And with the humble prayers, I would like to begin today's discussion. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Om So anybody can recall what we have studied so far? What is happening now?
Because of Yudhishthir become king, all the rivers and cows and the earth.
A lot of opulence is happening. Yeah. And then what is happening after that now? Krishna is leaving. Yes, Krishna is now ready to go to Dwarka. He has been here for months. He came for the war, and since then he was here. He initially stayed back so that Bhishma Dev, he can give darshan, last darshan to Bhishma Dev. So that was the reason. Then we just become king. So Krishna was very pleased, because when a pious person becomes a king, the Lord is always pleased, because king is a representative of the Lord, the God, right? So you always want a pious person to rule the world. That is what it is. Why? Krishna loves all of us, because if pious king rules, then he will make others pious, and that way everybody can go back. That was the whole idea, right? So the Krishna loves everyone, and that's what we can see. Okay, so now we are going to see that Krishna is now about to leave. He's not left, but he's ready. So everybody is very sad. So let's see who all are feeling separation. When we have loved ones in our home and they'll stay for a few months, especially when our parents come and they go, we feel really sad. Oh, they have to go, isn't it? So, but here is Bhagavan, which is even higher, greater love. So we can see how much devotees are feeling sadness in their heart. And Prabhupada explains it very nicely in the purport. And we'll see today, very, very wonderful purports are written and very beautiful points are there. Okay, so let us read this verse. Subhadra Draupadi Kunti Virata Tanaya Tatha Gandhari Dhritarashtrascha Yuyusur Gautamo Yamo Brukodarascha Dhomyascha Sriyo Matsa Sutadaya Nasehire Vimuhanto Viraham Saranga Dhan Vanaha. Okay, so who's going to read translation? Okay, hands are already up. All right, go ahead, Beta. We'll make it bigger. Yeah. You use stuff.
There's too many names.
Yeah, all names only.
Nicholas, Sandev, and Satya.
All knew these things and because it was impossible for them to bear separation from the Lord Krishna.
So see what's happening. All the names, all the important names, they all like fainted, almost like dead. Oh, Krishna is leaving. It is not easy. Then some loved only. So tears all naturally, it is very natural thing to come in our eyes when loved one comes. We feel sad.
All names are fine, but when I see Gandhari and Dhritarashtra, do they not have kind of anger against Krishna that he had my all sons?
They had, but still, Lord is so that everybody feels compassion, love about him, even though you hate him, but you still feel that. So Dhritarashtra and Gandhari, they all had plans to. They were all now sons of dead. What they can do? Gandhari even gave curse to Krishna. All this have happened. Now he's leaving, so they're feeling naturally sad. Somebody who stayed with you. I'll give you an example. In our family, what happened? One of our distant relative, he was living for 18 years in the home. Now some misconception happened, and then he was asked to go. No, you have to leave. So it was not a very positive separation. That okay, he's leaving for. No, he was like asked to go. Okay, no, you get out from this. That's how it is. Now he lived for 18 years. But despite that differences, saying that he's not so good, now he has to go, there are the tears. Because that 18 years of love, how can you separate that? That is not possible. You cannot hate a person so much that you just don't know. It doesn't happen. If that happens, that means our feelings are dead. We are like a dead body. So feelings will come. So they have these feelings, that, very good observation. That's how we should study. So let us read the purport. Purport is pretty simple, but all the names are taken here. But which you are not. So here in purport, Prabhupada writes, Lord Sri Krishna is so attractive for the living being, especially for the devotees, that it is impossible for them to tolerate separation. This is what it is. He is so attractive that we cannot think of, oh, he's going to give. In no ways, impossible. All right. Especially for a devotee. Non-devotee also loves him. But even devotee, obviously, there is no way they can feel separation from Krishna. No way. Because that's what we want. We want love of Krishna. Now he is living. How can we? It is impossible. So they are feeling very sad. The situation is very grim. Everybody is feeling it's not a good thing. Somebody is leaving. That's what is happening. The conditioned soul under the spell of illusory energy forgets the Lord, otherwise he cannot. So this is what it is. We actually what? We are Krishna's servant all the time. But we are forgetting why? Because of the three modes of material nature. That is what is making us forget in this world. Nothing else. Otherwise, we can never forget Krishna. We always remember. Always. Because that is our eternal position. That is our eternal position. We can never forget Krishna. But we are forgetting why? Because we are in this material world and we are coming under the influence of three modes of material nature. And that's what is happening. We simply cannot. So, when Prabhupada, the two pastimes of Srila Prabhupada's life, when he was young, when he was a very child, he used to do this Rath Yatra in his home. His father used to do Rath, give him a small Rath cart and he will do Rath Yatra. So Srila Prabhupada developed so much love. He was like Abhay at the time, right? Developed so much love that when they go to railway station, he say, which train is going to Jagannath Puri, and what time it will go. He's like, I want to go there. At that age, he has developed so much attention and attraction for Lord Jagannath because he's doing just Rath Yatra, small. But he said, no, I want to go and see him in the Jagannath Puri, in his dham. That's the love. And when his father gave him two deities, Radha and Krishna, to worship, he was worshipping. And when he become even youth, he was worshipping, but he becomes very busy with the studies and all that. So he was not able to worship them. So, he literally stopped the worship. So Radha Krishna came into his dream. Are Abhay, you stopped worshipping us? You've forgotten us? What happened? And he got like a shock. He said, oh, what am I doing? Immediately he restarted his worship regularly and then never gave it up. So that's a love. See, this is what happened. When we have the true love, the Lord will reciprocate with us. There are so many examples in a devotee's life. Even this now, devotee will tell, I got this, I got this dream. They were telling us, like one devotee who were, I know that they 10 years ago when they got deities of Gaunitai. So the deities were in Mumbai. They were to come to US. Their deities were in Mumbai, and they have kept it in a trunk because of proper packing. It was kept in the balcony. We'll take it tomorrow. Like that. Now there was the AC pipe, which was somehow it was leaking. There's water started dripping on that bag, that trunk in which the deities were kept. So deity came into the dream of that Mataji and says, "Oh, we are, there's too much water. We are like, submerged in the water. Can you please take care of us?" So she immediately got up and said, "What is this?" Then she was thinking, how come, what happened? She was not able to read, but there are new devotees. Just now they've got the deity, so very new. But they have very desire to serve. And now suddenly they got dream. So she was seeing what happened. And she suddenly remembered, oh, yes, we have kept deity out. Let me go and check. And she saw that the whole trunk was with water because of this pipe was dripping. So it comes in our dream. If you have a real desire, deities will come and talk to us. So what to speak of real Krishna who's in front of him now is going. It's not easy. It's so difficult. So that's what is happening. He's living, right? And the feeling such separation cannot be described, but it can simply be imagined by devotee. Obviously, such thing. Somebody say, oh, your parents are living. Please explain how you feel. How can you explain? It is impossible. Let your parents come, you have the similar type of love, then let them be with you for 6 months, and then you see when they go how you feel. Then you can say, yeah. And it's not possible. This love and viraha and a pranaya is very difficult to explain. It is, you have no words to explain that. Acharyas try to put something, but still it is to be experienced.
It's a feeling.
It's a feeling. You cannot put it in words. So that's what is happening here. After this separation from Vrindavan, see here, Prabhupada, last time we spoke the words where Yudhishthira Maharaj's kingdom was described, and then we talked about saying that how we should remember this connection with Vrindavan. So here again, Prabhupada is pointing out the same thing. Look at this. He says, after his separation from Vrindavan and the innocent rural cowherd boys, girls, ladies, and others, they all felt shock throughout their lives. And the separation of Radharani, the most beloved cowherd girl, is beyond expression. So Prabhupada is now bringing connection into Vrindavan, you see. So this is the mood of Acharya, that whenever we read Srimad Bhagavatam, we should try to connect with Vrindavan, because that is our eventual final position. That's where we want to go. That's where we want to reside. That's where Radha and Krishna reside. Vrindavan is nothing but the heart of Radha and Krishna. So we want to enter there. We want to go there, right? And that's what Prabhupada is taking us. And he's reminding us of that. We should always remember Radha and Krishna all the time. Once they met at Kurukshetra during a solar eclipse, and the feeling which was expressed by them is heart-rending. So, for Radha and Krishna to meet, few things are required. Few things are required. What is required? Radha Rani is required. Krishna is required. What else? Gopi is required. Yes, gopis. What else?
Place Nikunja.
Location. What is your location?
Nikunja.
Vrindavan. Vrindavan. Yes, Vrindavan is required. Without Vrindavan, see, that Milan doesn't happen. So when the Kurukshetra, all these things are there, everybody were there. Everything was there. Radharani was there. Krishna was there. Sakhis were there. All Vrindavan Vasis were there. But still, they couldn't meet. Why? Because it was not Vrindavan. For them to meet, this is required. All the, this is important. They will, otherwise Milan doesn't happen. So that's what in Kurukshetra, when Radharani and Krishna met after hundreds of years, it was, they felt huge separation in their heart, and which is indescribable. But they couldn't meet. Because Krishna had to go back. So he said, no, I cannot come. There is of course, a differences in the qualities of the transcendental devotees of the Lord. But none of them who have ever contacted the Lord by direct communion or otherwise can leave him for a moment. And nobody can leave him for a moment. Now here, please explain this point. Prabhupada is ready. There is of course a difference in qualities of the transcendental devotee of the Lord. So what is this qualities being talked about? Any guesses? Every devotee will have a different quality, right? So Prabhupada is saying here. So what is that? Can somebody explain? What is Prabhupada trying to tell? I'll read again. There is, of course, yes, Prabhupada. Yes.
Sakya.
Dasya, all the Madhurya, correct, very right. So everybody has a different way of loving. When we see Krishna, everybody has a different bhav which will come in their heart, right? When somebody sees some chocolate or something, if you put chocolate, everybody will have a different bhav here. Somebody says, no, this is not healthy. The children say, no, I want it. And somebody has eaten too much, he says, no, I've been eating too much, I don't need, I want something else. So bhav will come differently. Same thing is happening with Krishna. That Krishna is there. Everybody has different bhav. Everybody. That is the attitude of a pure devotee. So pure devotee always want to serve Krishna in whichever way they can. Right? So now let's go to the next verse number 11, 12. Now here, this is intolerable separation is happening. This is a amazing verse. A lot of separation points are there. So let us read this verse nicely, please. Satsangan mukta dussango atum no sahate buddha kirtyamanam yasho yasya sakrit akarnya rochanam tasminyasta dhiya patha saherandiraham katham darshana sparsha samlapa shayanasana bhojanai. Okay. Translation. Who's going to read? Okay. Yes, Kavish.
The encounter who have become free from bad situation can never avoid hearing the glories of Lord, even though they have heard them only once. How then could the Bhagavats already be separated? For they have been intimately associated with this person, seeing him face to face, touching him, when conversing him with him, and sleeping, sitting, or dining.
Hare Krishna. See here, Prabhupada writing in the purport, the living being's constitutional position is one of serving a superior. That means we will serve at any given point in time to someone. We may be serving our boss in the office. We may be part of some club and we are serving in that club, Lions Club, Rotary Club, but we are serving. Our natural position is to serve. So now it is up to us that who we want to, Hare Krishna, yes. Who we want to serve. Either we serve Krishna or we serve Maya. That's what it is. So choice is ours. Choice is ours, who we want to serve. Eventually, we will end up serving someone. Like sometimes we don't like the boss and we leave, okay, I don't want to work in that. We go somewhere. There is also somebody who will be able to serve. The boss is there. He might be different. Initially, he might feel good. Afterward, I will feel, he's also not good. Isn't it? We change job mostly because we don't like the boss. That's the majority of the reason, right? So we end up serving anybody in the world if we are in the material world. So if our natural position is to serve, then best way to serve is serve Krishna, isn't it? So we should stick to our constitutional position. Since we have forgotten, we are here. Because Chandramouli Maharaj makes one very beautiful statement here. See, he says material life means what? It means to play a game that we can never win, but we cannot give it up also. We want to enjoy, isn't it? That's what it is. You have to be just eating, and you keep doing, even blood comes up, you don't know, oh my God. Still you have each to doing it. Keep doing it again and again. We want to enjoy a certain thing, and then we want to even grosser, because we have reached the limit, then we cannot enjoy that much. We want to go beyond that. We keep increasing our enjoyment propensity, and there is no end. We sometimes feel, oh, let me enjoy a little bit. Have you ever seen little bit becoming little bit? No, it becomes more. I want to do it more. I want to do it. Go next. Keep increasing. There is no satiation. It doesn't happen. In material world, it will never happen. Shastras are telling all this. It will never happen. Our senses can only be satisfied if you are engaging them in the service of Krishna. Otherwise, it cannot. It cannot. That's why in Nectar of Instruction, he says, that is the first thing that we need to control. Vacho vegam manasa krodhagam, jivha vegam udurokasta vegam. We have to, these 6 types of veg that we have to be controlled completely. We have to control that. And as a devotee, we have to because that's an austerity. Controlling senses itself is a big austerity, very big austerity. Just think of this point for a moment. If these Shastras would not have come in our life, this scripture would not have come in our life. No devotee would have told us, oh, come to Krishna consciousness. We have not seen devotee at all. How would have been our life? Just think about it. It would have been disaster. Though those who are living that kind of, they don't understand it. They feel, oh, it's a perfect, no rules, restrictions. I can enjoy. I do whatever I like. I do think whenever I like, wherever I like. But that is binding them. More and more, they're getting entangled into this world. The more we enjoy, the more sinful actions happens and more entanglement happens for all of us. And therefore, it must be completely ceased. Little bit, no, little bit. There's nothing like little bit. Nothing like little bit. So that must be stopped. So Prabhupada writes further that he is obliged to serve by force the dictate of illusory material energy in different phases of sense gratification. Different phases that you little more, grosser, further, and keep on doing. See, all the rich people that you see in the world. In fact, what's his name? The sports star, Argentina, football, Maradona. So he was doing so many things. He was like champion, right? He had so much money. Everything was there. He had what not. He had everything. Then he took to drugs. Why? Because he has so much money. He couldn't enjoy. Nothing is much. Okay, this is all I have achieved the peak of enjoyment. What will I do more? Okay, what's new? Okay, let me try this. That's how people go there. That's how people go there. Because they have reached the level of pleasure. Nothing beyond. I'm not enjoying anymore. What would I do? Let me go beyond this. Let me do something different. That's what it is. So that's what happens. Even though he may be tired, the illusory energy perpetually forces him to do so without being satisfied. We will always be forced to do that. We'll put into some condition in such a way that we'll start doing it, even though we don't want to do it. It is very, very precarious condition. And we all are entangled into that. So we need to come out of this. There is no end to such sense gratificatory business. And the conditioned soul becomes entangled in such servitude without hope of release. The release is only affected by association with pure devotees. We can associate only with the pure devotees, then only this can happen to the devotees. If we have got into Krishna consciousness, if we are able to read Srimad Bhagavatam, that means we have done some Agyat Sukruti. Because of that Agyat Sukruti, we got association of some sadhu, some devotee, and then they brought us. Either we like it or not at the time, but we came in through force, and now we are somehow making a progress little by little. That's what happened. Narad Muni says here, see, okay, let's make it bigger, and somebody can read this. Yes, Priyansh, can you please read?
Finally, Narad Muni concludes, one primarily develops bhakti by the mercy of great soul, or by a small drop of Krishna's mercy. We can do our best to worship the Lord, give up sense gratification, and hear and chant the Lord's glories. But we mustn't forget, it is not mechanical practices, but gifts of grace that primarily bring bhakti to our hearts. Hare Krishna.
So Narad Muni is saying that we cannot bring this in our heart just like that. Bhakti is not available, dear devotees, I'm telling you. And it is Narad Muni is saying, Prabhupada is saying, you read any scripture, and here Narad Muni writes, Krishna's little mercy. And I think we have seen that video, right? I was shown somewhere, Ramananda Prabhu was mentioning that when Radha and Krishna think that, okay, we need to bring this soul back, then we get bhakti. That little mercy we got. Okay, let him come. And second, by serving some Vaishnavas, we get Sukruti and then we get here. Otherwise, it is not possible. We may not remember what we have done to come into bhakti, but something has happened. And that's how we are here. Now that we are here, it's like, the country is at war, Now, war is going, so I'm just giving that example. It just came out and spontaneously. So, so countries at war, there's a last flight going back to your home country, and there is a sale going on, and you can buy a lot of things and all that. What would you do? Would you take the plane, or you wouldn't go and sail? Plane. So we all have been in this material life. There is a sale going on here, which will come now in next month. Thanksgiving will come, sale and all that. Doorbusters, all this will happen. Sense enjoyment, right? But now we know this Goloka plane is waiting. When will we qualify? When we do nice bhajan, the plane will go, and I'll go back to God. Should we not wait for that and practice so that I can go there instead of enjoying in this sale which is going on? Isn't it? So therefore, we should never waste even a moment. It's very difficult. The very important characteristic of a good devotee is that avyartha kalakram. They don't waste a single moment. Meaning, we are busy. We are all working 8, 9, 10, 12 hours. We are working. That's fine. We work at the time in between. We can think of something. But after that, you have to go back to this scriptures, listening, Harikatha, all those things, spend time with the family. Even during the family time, we can read this pastimes of Krishna and some pastime of our acharyas. Leela Amrita can be read to them. And they'll be very happy to see what amazing personalities we are reading about. That way we can get engaged. 24 hours, we have to think about it. How can I? Because a moment wasted is never going to come back. And that means we lost the opportunity to be Krishna conscious at that time. It's gone. Right? So, yeah, here also, in Bhagavatam, somebody can please read the translation. I'm going to make it bigger. So who can read this?
I can.
Yeah.
In the association of pure devotees, discussion of the pastimes and activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and the heart. By cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation, and thereafter he is freed and his attraction becomes fixed. Then real devotion and devotional service begin.
Hare Krishna. So here it's very clearly Satam Prasanga, Mamavirya Samvido. He says that by coming in contact with the devotees, that is why association is given such a great importance to the devotees. It is at the most important. Scriptures are shouting from everywhere that please be in the association of the devotees. Let us think of all our consciousness when we are in office, when we are doing something where we are meeting some non-devotees and all that. What's our state of mind? What kind of discussion happened at the time? Just think about it. And we are in the association of devotees. We should be thinking about Krishna and how can I increase my bhajan? What should I read? What's the difficulty? Like that, how can I overcome this challenge? Like that kind of discussion should happen. Because at the time when we talk about it, it's all pleasing to our ears. It's so pleasing. For example, when you sing this beautiful Gaur Arati, the Sri Ramakrishna Prabhu sang and Hari Krishna Kirtan, you can sing it every day, but you will never get bored. Can we get bored? Hare Krishna mantra. If you want to listen again and again, same thing. But you put some Hollywood, Bollywood song, after some time it's all gone. No taste. Because it doesn't have a transcendental vibrations, dear devotees. It doesn't have that. Therefore, we need to understand this mantra has come from Golok Vrindavan. It is not an ordinary mantra. And therefore, we should be very much fixed into that. So that's what Prabhupada says here. See, Prabhupada is writing such beautiful and simple English lines, which actually relates to some purpose, some sloka in Bhagavatam and Shastra. So it is such a nectar to read the purport. The release is only affected by association with pure devotees. By such association, one is gradually promoted to the transcendental consciousness, to his transcendental consciousness. Thus, he can know that his eternal position is to render service unto the Lord and not to the perverted senses in the capacity. Only during the association we will come to, because somebody asks, okay, how many rounds you are chanting? Oh, I am at still 4. Why not, Prabhu? You have been here for 1 year. You should increase now, at least go to 8. Just for our, it is not a criticism, it is for our benefit. If somebody tells, Prabhu, please increase your sadhana. Oh no, you should come to Sunday feast, eat prasadam, all this guidance which we get, they are all there. But it's very difficult to follow all the time. Somebody has to remind us because we forget. And reminder is required for everyone. It is not, nobody is exception, myself also included. That's why we listen to classes. Because in class, some instruction will come. When you listen 30-minute class, Prabhupada class are very short classes, 25, 30-minute class. Just listen to them. And it's a transcendental voice. I'm again repeating, it's a transcendental voice. The Prabhupada voice is not ordinary voice to devotees. Because Prabhupada gave Gayatri Diksha on tape, not in person. On cassettes, Prabhupada has given. So you will spend mantra and send it to that devotee who's getting initiated. And say, okay, this is your mantra. It's a transcendental voice. It's not ordinary. So if you have an opportunity, it is like, associating directly with Prabhupada. If you hear Prabhupada and if you see a picture of Prabhupada, it means Prabhupada is here. You have to feel like that. But because of our condition, we think it's a YouTube running or it's something, something else is running, and that's what we feel. But you should feel that he is already here. When we are reading, before coming to Krishna consciousness, I used to read a lot of self-improvement books. Whenever I go to office, home to office, I will have the audio book running in my car. So in which there is a person called Robin Sharma. Some of you may have heard his name, Robin Sharma. So I used to listen to him. So he says, when you read an autobiography or a book of some great personality, when you read about their life, that means he is sitting next to you. It is like that. And it is actually, it's a fact. Now, scriptures are telling you, it's like he's sitting next to us. So Prabhupada is here. When we listen, we should feel Prabhupada is here. And therefore, when we listen to lectures, of course, we can listen to lecture in any position. But best position to sit and attentively listen, make some notes. That's the ideal way of doing it. That may not be possible all the time, but we should try as much as we can. Yeah. Material society, friendship, and love are all different phases of lust. Home, country, family, society, wealth, and all sorts of corollaries are all causes of bondage in the material world, where the threefold miseries of life are concomitant factors. But by associating with pure devotees and by hearing them submissively, attachment for material enjoyment becomes slackened, and attraction for hearing about the transcendental activities of the Lord becomes prominent. We will stop trying to enjoy. I want to do that. We will say, no, I should not do. When we are in devotees, we become a little careful, isn't it? What's going on inside which is different. At least externally, we are a little careful. I don't want to offend. I don't want to, putting tilak, nice iron kurta. When you come to Sunday feast, it's Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Bead bag is there, and our hand is there. Chanting is there, but at least your hand is in the bead bag. We're trying to do. And I'm telling my own position, so don't think we are talking about somebody else. So it's like that. But we are trying to be careful. At least offenses are reduced at the time, isn't it? That's what happens. So therefore, association is so much important. Now here, Prabhupada writes some very wonderful point. Once they are, means what? Our transcendental activity becomes prominent. Once they are, they will go on progressively without stoppage, like fire in gunpowder. So once we are fixed, what happens? Then we go for Bhakti Vriksha, we listen to classes, we read scripture. It happens because the love has developed, and we'll keep doing it again. And I want to do it. I want to do this now because this gives me pleasure. This gives me pleasure, so I will do it. They will not worry about what's happening in external life. That happens. We have no control. What's inside that matters. So that change will come. So Prabhupada writes, see, here in this shloka is mentioned, Shraddha Ratir Bhakti Anukramishyati. Meaning what? From Shraddha to Rati means prem. Here Rati means prem. So from Shraddha, Ado Shraddha, then Bhajan Kriya, like that we go till prema, right? So here Prabhupada said Anukramesha means we'll keep increasing from Ado Shraddha to Bhakti. Prem, we will go one after another. We'll keep moving, no stopping. And Prabhupada says, like what? Like a gunpowder. You shoot. What happens to bullet? Bullet goes. It doesn't stop in between. Like that, we will. Our progress will happen like that if we associate with the pure devotees. This is the power of association. In fact, the 6 Goswamis, when they were in, when they used to live in Vrindavan, they all were great bhajananandi. They all had, very advanced devotees, no question about each one. And they will have their own place to do bhajan. They will not like sitting together and doing bhajan. They are doing individual bhajans. But they all used to come at particular time of the day and meet. All of them will come together and they will discuss. Association, everybody needs. Even a pure sadhu needs an association. They need association. So that's what happens. See here. Yes, who can read? Avnish, can you please read this?
Sure. Prabhu.
Yeah.
My path is very difficult. I am blind and my feet are slipping again and again. Therefore, may the saints help me by granting me the stick of their mercy as my support. Hare Krishna.
So this is what it is. We have to hanker for this kind of association. Oh, when will I listen to the class? When will I be in association with the devotees? I need some help. I'm not going to read. I need concentration. Whatever difficulties, we have to open our heart, talk to them. In privately, we can ask questions. Because devotee don't exploit somebody's weakness. They always help to how I can make this. Because see, as a devotee, what is our responsibility? To help ourselves as well as to others. That's the whole point. Right? Even a devotee who's a very neophyte, who's new, he still wants to go and talk about Krishna consciousness. He's distributing books and say, oh, Prabhu, please take this Krishna's message in Bhagavad Gita. And like that. They all want to give. Because devotee's heart is to give. We don't want anything. We want to give. Like today only I was talking to one devotee in Vrindavan. He said, Prabhu, I don't need anything. You just give some donation in this temple or this. That's it. I asked him to do some service. He said, no, I will not take. I will just take care. But I will do this. So they don't want anything. It's you donate something in the Goshala, something like that. That's it. So devotee never wants anything for it. Because what happens once we have this habit of taking, then it just becomes more and more and more. Okay, I can take. Yeah, my life is becoming comfortable. It's okay to take. I'm anyway doing some service, and I'm not anyway doing sense verification. You have hundreds of reasons to prove yourself. There are hundreds of reasons you will get if you want to do material enjoyment. Hundreds of reasons. You need to give too many excuses also. And all excuses will be like perfect. Yes. Legitimate excuse you can give. Isn't it? We have seen ourselves. So this is what happens. Then Prabhupada writes further, it is said that Hari, the personality of Godhead, is so transcendently attractive that even those who are self-satisfied by self-realization and are factually liberated from all material bondage also become devotee of the Lord. Even somebody who is very highly elevated, self-satisfied, nothing. Atma Ramascha Munyo. That shloka is here. Atma Ramascha Munyo Nirgrantha Apyuru Krame. So anybody reads, this translation is also very nice. So Robert, can you read this?
Yes,
yeah.
Sutta Goswami said, all different varieties of Atma Ramas, those who take pleasure in the Atma or spirit self, especially those established on the path of self-realization, though freed from all kinds of material bondage, desire to render unalloyed devotional service unto the personality of Godhead. This means that the Lord possesses transcendental qualities and therefore can attract everyone, including liberated souls. Hare Krishna.
Hare. So this means that Krishna is so attractive. Even liberated souls get attracted to our Krishna. What's the question? So we are like Baddha Jiva. And we definitely we will also get attracted. And Krishna, if you have seen Krishna once, impossible to forget it. But here, all these great devotees of Krishna, they are feeling so much separation. Just to explain this point, Prabhupada is writing so much to help us understand that that feeling of separation is very intense. It is not easy to understand that. So there are 3 types of viraha. 3 types of viraha. Okay. One is called a bhava viraha. Then bhavana viraha. and a Bhuta Viraha, you know. So let us read about it, because this is important to understand Viraha. You know, this is intensity have to be understood. Huh? Okay, here it will come. Bhavi Viraha. So first is Bhavi Viraha. So let's understand by the example of Akrura. Everybody knows Akru's pastime? Anybody? I'll explain. Okay. So Akrura is sent by Kamsa to bring Krishna and Balram into Mathura and then take part in the fight. Right? That's why he sent the invitation. And who he sends? Akrura. Akrura is his uncle. So he said, you go and invite him. So Akrura is coming. So what is happening? Akrura comes and all the Vrindavanvasi also comes to know. Oh, Kamsa has sent Akrura and Akrura will be taking Sri Krishna, Krishna and Balram and we will not be able to see them. So they feel like anxiety. Oh, this is not good because we will not see Krishna, because they cannot, they even blame Brahma. What kind of eye you have made? It's blinking and we can't see Krishna for that moment. It's stupid, Brahma. You should have given more eyes, more ears. You get more ears. We should have given more eyes. They're telling, yeah, no eyelids. He is saying, Brahma, you made this defective piece. Go be a chastising Lord Brahma. It is defective piece. What do you made? Krishna is here and we are blinking our eyes. How? You know, when you see something attractive, what happened? Our eye, isn't it? We eye big and we don't blink it for some time. That's what Gopi's bhav is. We don't see Krishna, but so they are chastising Brahma. So here, when they come to know and they hear about this, they say, oh, somebody has come, Akrura has come to take Krishna and we will not be able to see him. So that is called Bhavi Viraha, which is going to happen. It has not happened yet, but it's going to happen now. So, but it is going to happen, but it's a future. So the Bhavi Viraha is going to happen now. Okay, any moment it can happen. No, don't get confused by Bhavi, Bhavi. This no, please don't put grammar here. It is not like that. Okay, it is not grammar, because when you see next one, you'll say, oh, now you're future, but you're talking Bhuta, which is that's why I want to correct it right away. So Bhavi Viraha is like that, you know, where the separation has not happened, but it is imminent. It is going to happen, right? So that's, you come to know that this is it. So intensity is high, right? You feel, oh, somebody has come to take him. Now what do I do? I'll see. So that's a Bhavi Viraha. Okay. Then, so this is Bhavi Viraha. Okay. The next is Bhuta Viraha. That's why I'm telling you, don't think about it. Bhuta Viraha means something which is already happened. Like, you know, Krishna is taken away, you know, already taken away. And now after a few months, few years, you still feel the separation. Arey, he's gone. Like here, Uddhav comes to meet gopis. And Uddhav came to pacify them. Okay, don't worry, Krishna sent message and all that. And they give a reply back, and Uddhav was like completely gone, clean bold. So this is called Bhuta Viraha, which is even intense, more intense than Bhavi Viraha. Bhavi Viraha, it is more intense because you have spent so many days in separation, and the intensity even goes up. So this is called Bhuta Viraha, because event had happened and now you are seeing the result of that. So that is very sad. But which is another one? So what is the most intense? The intense Bhavi, Bhuta, and one is Bhavana Viraha. Bhavana Viraha means now it is happening in front of you. Like here, you can see Akrura is taking Krishna and Balram, and all the gopis, you can see some are even fainted. They are trying to hold the rath, holding the reins of the chariot. They are holding the, you know, the horse. Everybody, they are trying to stop in Yena Kena Prakarana. They are trying to stop Akrura from taking Krishna and Balram away. So this is a Bhavana Viraha, which is the highest, because it is now happening. You have no choice. You cannot do it. Like in a Bhavi Viraha, there is a possibility that, you know, when Akrura comes, they say, no, Nand Baba, Yashodamai will tell him, no, they are so young, you cannot take him. Something they will do. Gopis had thought like that. Some ray of hope is there. And, you know, they will say, no, and they may not take it. So like each one is explaining each other. No, don't worry, he'll just come. Maybe he'll meet and go. He's so young. You know, Yashodamai said, no, how can you take my peace of heart? You know, it's not possible. You cannot do it. Like that, they were having hope. But there is still a doubt if that doesn't happen, we'll go. So that is a Bhavi Viraha. Bhuta means thing have happened, and now you are saying, oh, it's been many years, I have not seen Krishna. So that is even more intense. And this is the most intense. Bhavana Viraha. His Grace, His Holiness, Gaur Govind Goswami Maharaj writes about this Viraha in his book. Very beautifully. He explains so amazingly, which I cannot explain. So I'm just using all the touches of pictures and all that to explain also. But this is called Bhavana Viraha. So this is the highest. Okay. So the intensity is like this. Bhavana is the highest Viraha. When it is happening in front of you, you can't do about it. Then Bhuta Viraha is the little lesser intense, and Bhavi Viraha is a lesser intense. But all are intense. Intensity is there. So we should always see that when we are, that's a separation we should feel with Krishna. That, oh, I'm not able to remember Krishna. That's a sadness we should have, but we are, it's other way. Sometimes we remember Krishna, and most of them we forget, isn't it? That's a condition we are in. That's why, if you see this, the shloka which comes in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So let's recite this because this is a very nice verse. Ai Deen Dayadranath He Mathura Nath Kalavayokyase Hridayam Tvat Aloka Kataram Dayati Bhamyati Kinkaromyaham. This verse was daily recited by His Holiness Bhaktitir Maharaj. When he was feeling separation, he was about to leave his body. He was saying every day, this is how his class will start. Because he says, Krishna, I'm feeling separation from you. Let's read this translation. It's so amazing. Vishakha Mother, can you please read?
Yes. Translation. O my Lord, O my merciful Master, O Master of Mathura, when shall I see you again? Because of my not seeing you, my agitated heart has become unsteady. O my beloved one, what shall I do now?
This is a separation. What will I do now? I cannot. I have not seen you.
Who was praying?
Bhaktitir Maharaj, when he was diagnosed with cancer and then he was in Gitanagari. Every day he will sing this. Because this is very intensity. This is how we should remember. Oh, I have forgotten Krishna. When I come to you, this is what it is. I'm not able to remember. I cannot see you. What should I do now? It's like prayer of complete surrender. Telling Krishna that, oh, this is, my condition is very precarious. So when we read all these things, dear God, and we see that all the great and all the sadhus who are Srila Prabhupada disciple who are not here at this time, Gaur Govind Goswami Maharaj, Bhakti Maharaj, they are pure devotees. They have definitely gone back to God. There is no question about it. There is no question. So if they are feeling this separation, and they are saying this is such an important thing in life to do, we should also feel that kind of separation. When we don't see Krishna, when we are not able to meet, we should feel that. That how can I? Like, this Vijay Mata and Naren Prabhu, they went to Vrindavan because we were reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, this pastime came. The Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, from Jagannath Puri went to Gaya, Varanasi went to Vrindavan, and like that he was talking about. Mata developed some desire to go to these two places. And they were planning to go in December. They said, no, let's go now. That's a desire. Let's go. And they booked the ticket in a week's time and they went. They are in now, probably in now, reaching in some time. That's a love, which is spontaneous love. This happens spontaneously. See, it is nothing that somebody has to tell you, okay, please chant. No, suddenly it will happen. If you are sincere, those things can happen. That Utkanta will happen. Then they could have always said, right? I'm going after 1 month. What's the big deal? But no, I want to go now. That's what it is. So this kind of bhav can develop the ego. This is so important. So this is how all this Pandavas, Subhadra, and everybody is feeling so much intense separation. Now we can understand the the intensity of that place, that the situation. Prabhupada is giving us such an amazing purport by giving this explanation of all the different poetry into one purport. So when you read a purport, you are actually referencing 5, 6 different scriptures. It's so beautiful. Therefore, we have to study. I'm not saying read. I'm going to make that mistake. You have to study Prabhupada's purports, Prabhupada's books. We should read it, understand what it is trying to tell, where it is spelling, and all those things. Okay. So let's go to next verse. Verse number 13. So here, let's talk about the hearts are melted. So whose hearts are melted? All the people who are gathered where they are seeing Krishna. Because Krishna is naturally attractive. Krishna means all attractive. Krishna is naturally attractive to all the living beings. Krishna doesn't discriminate. So for every living being, Krishna is attractive. Because just think about it. We think that no, people don't know about, yeah, but if they know about Krishna, they'll become attractive. Because when Prabhupada came here, what happened? Nobody knew Krishna. Nobody have heard of that name before in their whole life. But they become attractive because they heard, they understood who Krishna is, and then develop love, and now they are sannyasis, they are initiating devotees. Such a transformation. Somebody who had never heard that name in their life, 20 years of their life, first 20 years. Now they have become exalted devotees. Why? Because Krishna is attractive. So if you read about Krishna, if you chant Krishna's name, if you serve Krishna, then what happens? Love will develop automatically in our heart. If that development is not happening, that means we have to increase our bhajan. We have to chant, we have to recite prayers, some astakams, some arati. All these things can be done every day. We have to do. There is no vacation for spiritualists. We don't have vacation. Oh, I'm going one vacation. No, we have to read every day. Every day we have to chant. Every day we have to do japa. Every day we have to read. Every day we have to listen. Every day. This is every day. There cannot be vacation. No way. Vacation for a devotee means disaster. If you don't chant, disaster. Think about it. The day we are not going to chant, what is our consciousness? Very difficult. Very difficult. Day become difficult. Sometimes, because of late working, sometimes I am not going to chant all 16 hours in the morning, and I say I'll chant in the afternoon and all that. That day becomes horrible. Because your meeting goes haywire. All sorts of problem comes in life. I'm telling you, it's a practical thing. So despite my, I may feel sleepy in the afternoon, but I will finish my round. This is no way. I cannot go without finishing my round. I don't sit on my desk. Because that is impossible. If you don't do it, how will control our senses, and consciousness cannot be controlled? Very difficult. So we have to chant very nicely in the morning, complete our sadhana with focus, with prayerful mood, with complete surrender. We can say, I'm going into war zone like Arjun went. Please help me remember you while I am in the war zone. Because Krishna tells Arjun, you do your duty, but remember me while you are doing it. That's it. He is not telling you give up, become sannyasi. No, Krishna is not telling. Krishna is telling, do your duties. As a mother, take care of the children, cook for them nice prasadam, feed them, offer it in prasad. Do your duties. Remember Krishna at the time. As a grahastha, we do our own work. We go to office. We work from home. Whatever we do, we study. But do it. But keep remembering Krishna at the time. Oh, I'm studying because once I get a job, probably I'll earn money and then I'll serve to Krishna. I'll be able to serve Krishna. Or I'm earning money because I have deities, I have to feed them, I'll take care of them. So I use my money in that way, like that. Devotees don't think that, okay, I'm going to have some enjoyment. No, they don't think of that. You want to serve. Always the mood is servitude. Yeah. So verse number 13. Okay. Okay, verse number 13. Sarve te nimishe rakshis. Tam anudruta chetasah. Vikshantah sneha sambandha. Vichelustatra tatraha. Okay. So, Vishaka Mataji, another Vishaka Mataji. So, two Vishaka Mataji.
All their hearts were melting for him on the pot of attraction. They looked at him without blinking their eyes, and they moved hither and thither in perplexity.
So, they all were melting on him on the pot of attraction. What is the pot of attraction here? Krishna. Krishna is the pot of attraction. And their hearts were melting to see Krishna is leaving. Though there is a separation, there is a love also coming out. And sometimes what happens when you are confused, like this kind of anxiety comes, our mind doesn't function 100% accurately. You try to do something and something else happens. Ether and ether means like perplexity is going on. Not clarity of thoughts are not there. All those things happen in this kind of emotions. So Prabhupada writes in the purport that Krishna is naturally attractive for all living beings. He is the chief eternal amongst all eternals. So there are a lot of eternal things, but Krishna is the chief eternal. He alone is the maintainer of many eternals. This is stated in the Katha Upanishad. So in Katha Upanishad, and thus one can obtain permanent peace and prosperity by revival of one's eternal relation with him, now forgotten under the spell of Maya, the illusory energy of the Lord. So here, see, Prabhupada is even giving Upanishad's commentary here. When you're reading, we are even reading Upanishad here. Katha Upanishad is this verse comes in. So he says, Nityo Nityanam, Chetanas Chetananam, Eko Bhaunam, Yogi Vidhati Kaman. So this is about Krishna, because these yogis, all learned people, they all learn this. They all technical language. Krishna and purport we say, Varaha Pidam, Natavara Vapuhu, Karaniyo Karnakaram. That's how this Sukadeva Goswami is speaking. Because this Krishna beauty is very beautiful, but the yogis and the gnanis, they don't understand that. So they read like Nityo Nityanam, okay, it's eternal. Okay. But it's all they're talking about Krishna only. So Prabhupada in his commentary includes everybody. So anybody who wants to interest in reading even Upanishad, yeah, please read, enjoy. That's how Prabhupada is trying to cover all the different aspects. Relation with him now forgotten under the spell of Maya. Once this relation is slightly revived, see Prabhupada writes very wonderfully. He says, slightly revived, the conditioned soul at once becomes freed from the illusion of material energy and becomes mad after the association of the Lord. Just little spark you need. That's it. And then you become mad. We all are mad because we have little spark. Now we are coming to here every week. We could have done something else. Friday evening, the movie releases every Thursday here in US. You can go on Friday and eat some popcorn and watch some movie, the relaxed chair. All those things are there. The accessibility is there. And then there is a restaurant next by. You can go and eat there. Oh, it serves without onion garlic also. No problem. All these things are possibilities are there. There is MH15 here. We can go there. Nice restaurant. All those possibilities, but we are not going there. Why? Because we develop love. And then when the love is there, what we see when you try to spark small thing, right? Little spark. Then what we have to do? We have to like we do, and then what happens? Big fire, isn't it? Same thing. So we got little spark now. We have to fan it little bit. Okay, little more. Do it, and then becomes big, and then we are fully Krishna conscious. All anarthas are burnt out. This fire which is there, Krishna conscious fire, it will burn away all our anarthas. I'm telling you, the fact. All anarthas. I'm telling you, I was listening to one class today, and I'll give one super formula. 6 months, okay, if we follow 4 regulative principles, 100%, 6 months, okay, if we take care of what we eat, who we associate with, in 6 months, we'll become so strong that after that attack of Maya will reduce. It will almost come down. But this 6 months will be very horrible because Maya will constantly try to hit us. So if you are able to cross this 6 months, so try this. It's very good to do. 6 months, 100% attentive chanting. I mean, focus on these things. There's no harm in practicing for 6 months, isn't it? Is there a harm? You're not going to lose it. It's only going to increase our love for Krishna. Like when Bhakti Siddhanta Sarvi Thakur, he created, he only was very young. And he said, okay, let's have a club of chanters and maintaining celibacy. So hundreds of people came. And then you to be part of that club, you have to maintain celibacy. That was a requirement. I mean, you can chant, but if you cannot maintain, you cannot be part. That was the rule. So slowly, weekly, monthly, the count started reducing. After 1 year, only he was left. Everybody's gone. Everybody gone. This is called Naistik Brahmachari. It's a power. And when they speak, it's like a lion roaring. That's why he's called Simha Guru. Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur is called Simha Guru. Very powerful. The words are like transcendental words. That's why when we listen to these acharyas, their word will change our internal chemistry. And that will help us change outside. Because no matter what we change outside, internal things is not going to change. It's very difficult. Yes, it helps to some extent. Right? For example, when you go to temple, outer, as I said, we wear nice iron kurta, tilak, bead bag in, hand is in bead bag, Hare Krishna, all those things. But internally, maybe there's something else going on. Oh, when I went, he didn't give me prasad last time. Rasgulla got over. All those things we thought will be going on in our mind. Oh, he broke the line. He's coming. I'm waiting for here so long. What is this? Isn't it all this is going on inside? Who knows? Nobody knows. But we know. And of course, Krishna knows. So, if you want to change the internal chemistry, then you have to listen to these vanis. The pure devotees' words are really like, the arrows which will destroy all these things, anarthas, which are going on in our mind. Just coming. All these anarthas will keep like, like a bubble, they'll keep coming. One goes, another comes. One goes, another comes. Look at our desires, our, what do you call it? When we have something to eat, something, what is that called? Temptation. Temptation just keeps coming like bubbles, keep coming. One goes, okay, gone. Next will pop up. One will go small, then one will become bigger. Temptation are there all around us. Who can protect us? Only Krishna can protect us. Because Krishna says, if you come under my surrender, I will tell Maya, keep her. He's Maya. So therefore, we have to listen to this. Once we listen to Prabhupada Vani, our Guru's Vani, a lot of changes will come. Therefore, every day recommended minimum one lecture have to be listened. No Mayavadi listening. Only Guru Vanis you have to listen. Our Acharyas. Listen to them. People may be speaking, good orator are there. There are much better orators outside. And they speak so nice, we get attracted. But that is, we are not here for, pleasing our ears. We want to clean our heart, right? We want to make our consciousness very intact. So for that, we have to listen to this transcendental sound. Every day it is required, every day. So please listen, everyone. Please, it's very request. Please listen and see the difference. I'm telling you. For 6 months, we do it. 6 months. 4 regular principles. Listening to Acharya Vani every day. Reading scripture, at least one shloka minimum. On your own. And I'm telling you, apart from listening, when we read, it is a different thing. Listening and reading, they are very completely different. Because when you're listening, there are too many things are happening. Because you are seeing also, it's not only here, you are seeing, your eyes are not closed. You are seeing 10 things. Somebody does something, so you do this, lecture is going on, but you are doing something else outside. So it's not very focused. unless we are focused, some may be focused. I'm just talking like it happens. But in reading, everything is focused. We are like line by line, we are going and reading and all that. So reading is more intense. More senses get occupied when we read than listening. Therefore, reading is required. At least 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever that you can, one verse at least. One verse means verse, translation, purport, everything put together. Try to understand, assimilate what is Prabhupada trying to tell. That is reading. If you do it for 6 months, I'm telling you, you will see we will see ourselves completely different as a much better individual. So that's a formula. I just got to know. So I'm sharing. Because in devotees life, there is no secrets. What we learn immediately we share. Hey, Prabhu, please do it. It's so good. In professional life, I know I'm not going to tell anyone. Oh, you find your own solution. Why should I give you? People don't share. Yeah, it's there, but I can't find it. Maybe I have given it somewhere. Maybe I've deleted it. It's there in front of. I can see it, but I don't send it. Can you please send me that PPT which you sent? Oh, where is that? Oh, maybe I don't know where it is. You have seen it, right? It happens all the time. Because people are afraid that I want to maintain my prominence. People should come to me. Oh, he's important. He has the knowledge. So he is like more important, famous, whatever it is. That's what people want to do in corporate world. But in devotee life, it is nothing. As soon as we learn, share. Hello, forward. Take this, listen to this lecture. So it is like that. See, in Prabhupada's parampara, we have some very, very exalted devotee. Have you seen the video which was shared on WhatsApp? I don't know whether you've seen one devotee from Switzerland came to Vrindavan. Have you seen this video before? Anybody seen? I'll just narrate that. I'll put it in the group. Just see it. See, one Mataji from Zurich, Switzerland, she went to Vrindavan during Kartik month. Is it working?
Yeah.
Okay, working. Yes, so, Mataji came to Vrindavan. And in Vrindavan, she stayed during the Kartik month. And she was living in some ashram. And when she was going back, she packed her bag and went to Zurich. Now, while packing back, one lizard went inside, small lizard. Now, in India, lizards are very common, and here you don't see much. But in India, it's very common. I mean, it's okay. Lizards moving, we don't mind. It's okay. That's okay. Here we see, Mama, lizard. Something. Everybody is like, something has happened in our home. Neighbor, is somebody parked a car?
Yeah.
Like that?
Side line.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yes.
The cars are so good, but it has.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry. So, yeah, he got 2 cars now. So this is like elevation. 1 car, 2 cars. No, now he has got 2 cars. Earlier he had only 1 car. So now he has got another car. So, see, this is what happens. Now when you have more cars, you're now, it's like that. Anyway. Okay. So that's what it is. So now this lizard went and somehow it went, all the checking, all that, nothing was caught. Because normally scanning, everything happens, but this was not caught. So lizard went to Switzerland. Very small. When she opened the bag, she found there's a lizard. And she felt so bad that I brought lizard from Vrindavan. She's supposed to be in Vrindavan. She did not think, that is, she came from Dham. Because in Dham, one cannot live without Radharani's mercy. If you have to live in Dham, you need mercy of Radharani, then we can live in Vrindavan. So if you are not able to go to Dham, or we are not able to stay there, we have to pray to Radharani. Please let me come to Dham. It's Radharani's place. So she felt very bad and said, what to do now? What can I do? And all those stuff. So she called her mother and she was trying to feed, give her, she come hungry, give food, but she will not eat anything because her food is different. Lizard food is different. So she called the veterinary doctor and said, this lizard has come, what do I do? What should I feed him and all this? So they were like, they gave something, they give feeding and all that. Then immediately she decided, I will go back. And so she collect the money from her friends. And as you know, you are booking ticket for next day, how expensive it is, or trying to go same day. It's too expensive. So spend like 8-9 lakhs, which is like what, $10,000? Yeah, probably she spent $10,000 just to go back and come back to leave us. So, but she came, she went to Vrindavan, took the permission. Now officially she is carrying, so she has to take permission. That was unofficial, so that was okay. Now officially means she has to take permission. That okay, it's not like animal trafficking and all those things nowadays. So she took permission, so and she reached Vrindavan. The devotees are amazed. Oh, she just left yesterday and again she came back. What happened? She went to the same room where she was staying, and they all went. What happened? She was explaining. Then she let the lizard go. And she started dancing. Radharani, you saved me. That if I would have taken this lizard and she would have died somewhere, what would happen? I would have never been able to come back to Vrindavan. That was her mood. I'm telling you, this is the bhav of a devotee. For a lizard, she went back from Switzerland to India overnight. This is the mood of a devotee, dear. So we are living in such an exalted parampara. So therefore, we have to take to this process extremely sincerely, very, very sincerely. It is so important, very, very sincerely. Otherwise, we will miss the boat. Like as I was saying, there's a country at the war and we are trying to shop in the sail. That's our situation. The plane is leaving. And we say, no, I want to buy this new phone has come, iPhone 15 has come. I have to take it because only today is available. And what will you do if your life is not there? This is the condition. That's a problem. Sorry, Prabhuji, for trouble. Because he got 2 cars now. So that's why earlier he had 1 car, so that was convenient. Now he got 2 cars. So. Yeah, so we are reading purport here. So we'll just end this one quickly point here. Prabhupada says further that the association is made possible not only by personal contact with the Lord, but also by association with his name, fame, form, and quality. That means when you chant, when you do worship, all these things are considered association with the Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam trains the conditioned soul to this stage of perfection by submissive hearing from the pure devotees. That is why I'm telling you, we have to read, we have to listen to Prabhupada's Vani, we have to listen to our Guru's Vani every day. These are not very long lectures, I'm telling you. Prabhupada lectures are 30 minutes. Sometimes they are longer, but 25, 30 minutes, that's it. Please listen. Bhagavatam is telling. So it's so important to read this. Okay, let's go to next. So woman blocked the hair. So which woman? This is Hastinapur ladies that talk about. So let's listen to this. Okay. Nyarundhana Udgada Bhasam Bhaspam Aukantya Devaki Sute Niryati Agaran Noban Bhadram Bhadram Iti Syad Bandavastriyah. Vilaspu, can you please read?
Yes, sir. The female relatives, whose eyes were clouded with tears out of anxiety for Krishna, came out of the palace. They could stop their tears only with great difficulties. They feared that tears would cause misfortunes at the time of departure.
So what happens when somebody leaves? We should let him leave with a smiling face. If you keep crying, he says, remember, hey, then they will remember that sad face at the time. So that's what this Hastinapur lady is thinking. We should not cry. Inside there is a lot of anxiety, a lot of separation. The Viraha Agni is there. But outside, you have to smile. Like, in America, people do. Whatever is going on. Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Like that. All this. So they were hiding the tears. Tears are coming, but they want to hide it. No, 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 no. We should not do it because inauspicious. It's considered inauspicious when somebody is leaving. We should not cry. Of course, there is an anxiety, the separation is there, but we can show it separately, not in front of them. Because what they will remember at the last, what they saw when we are leaving, separation. So we should always leave them with a lot of joy. So they had that understanding, so that's why they are behaving like this. So here Prabhupada writes, there were hundreds of ladies in the palace of Hastinapur. All of them were affectionate to Krishna. All of them were relatives also. Here, Prabhupada has given the one purport here, right? In the verse point, I think in the 7th verse text number 7. Let me just go back there. Yeah. Prabhupada writes in the last line of the purport of verse number 7. He says, only his devotee can play the parts of his relatives. Isn't it? Only his devotees. So all them were devotees. And that's why they were able to take part, like Hastinapur ladies. They were also great devotees. We should not consider them like just normal ladies working in Hastinapur, in the palace. No, no, no. Even a small role, if you try to play with Krishna in that, it's like, man, that means you have to do so much tapasya. You cannot do it. So that's what it is mentioned here, that they were relatives also. When they saw that Krishna was going away from palace for his native place, they were very anxious for him. And as usual, tears began to roll down their cheeks. So tears started coming. This is a natural thing. We all have experienced this in our lives. Right? When our children goes, parent comes and goes, our spouse goes, we have that separation. This is always there. They thought at the same time that tears at that moment might be a cause of misfortune for Krishna. Therefore, they wanted to check them. It will create misfortune. Krishna, something can happen to Krishna. That's why they wanted. Therefore, they smeared the tears in their eyes and their heart throbbed. They could do it, but heart will still going on, like, palpitation was high. Duck, duck, duck. You see that heartbeat increases at that time. You can even feel it become faster. So that's what's happening at that time. That cannot be stopped. You can try to cover your tears, but how can you stop the heartbeats? That's difficult. Therefore, ladies who were the wives of and daughter-in-law of those who died in the battlefield never came in direct contact with Krishna. But all of them heard of him and his great activities, and thus they thought of him, talked of him, his name, fame, etc., and became affectionate also, like those who were in direct contact. This is the reason why we should hear about Krishna. This is the reason why we should read about Krishna. Can you give an example from scripture where someone who just heard about Krishna and becomes so much mad in love with him? Rukmini. Rukmini. She just heard about it. All the sadhus used to come his home in the king's palace, and she will just listen to those sadhus. They'll explain Krishna's beauty, Krishna's pastime. And Rukmini, just by hearing, developed so much love that I want to marry him only, nobody else. Just by hearing. This is the power of hearing, really. We'll develop so much love for Krishna. So please try to listen to this. Therefore, directly or indirectly, anyone who thinks of Krishna, talks of Krishna, or worships Krishna becomes attached to him. Either we do directly or indirectly, doesn't matter. We all do indirectly at this point in time, because Krishna is not there. But it will still give the same result as if Krishna is there. That is so powerful. Because Krishna is absolute, there is no difference between his name, fame, quality, etc. Our intimate relation with Krishna can be confidentially revived by our taking of hearing and remembering him. It is so done due to spiritual potency, because there is spiritual potency in this. These are not ordinary scripture. It might look like, okay, it's a normal paper, ink is the same. What's the difference? No. This difference between these and the magazine that we have on the table of the doctor's office and all that, they are very different. By reading this, our dormant love for Krishna, which is always there in our heart, will get revived. By reading something else, we'll only get more confusion in the life. Therefore, this reading is so important. We all work in IT industry. We all are professionals. We always try to upgrade our skills. This certificate, that certificate, isn't it? We are trying to do it. Company tells, no, you have to do this, Azure, AWS, Google, whatnot. And everybody's trying to do certification. We can also do certification on this by reading this. We have so many certification available. Those who are really want to do it, Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, and there are many more. That is, we can do something. Study, which is called systematic study. The courses are not for any kind of a scholarly advancement, dear devotee. It is not for that. People can say, I'm Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav. Yeah, so what? It should actually help us become more fixed in our bhakti. It should bring clarity in our thoughts. Then those certificates are useful. Otherwise, it's just a paper. So we should not think that by doing certificate, elevation will happen. No, but at least because we are doing systematic study, and that Prabhupada says here that by reading and remembering Krishna in the form of book, in the form of Vani, our natural progression will happen. So that's what it is. Okay, so we'll stop here. It's 8:44. But we'll start with verse number 15. Yeah. Or we can just read that. It's very simple. We'll just quickly complete this. But I think theme is changing from here. So 15 we'll keep it next time because the theme is changing. From 15 to 19 is Lord Krishna was appropriately honored. So we'll read it from next time because so far theme was different. Now theme is changing. So here we saw the intensity of the Lord Krishna's attractive influence is there. You can see how much intensity is there. Right. So therefore, we should listen, we should read, and try to practice our Krishna consciousness very, very sincerely, dear devotees, because that's the only goal. We see so many lives, all this war thing happening and all that. It's very unfortunate thing to happen. But all innocent people, because they don't see who's getting killed. We don't know when we will die. We don't know how many days we have in our lives. So let us all take to this process very, very sincerely, very seriously, and see how we can make our way back to God in this life. We should aim for that. Then it is leave it to Krishna. Okay, whatever you desire, but my desire is to come back. If you so wish, please take me. Or if you want me to serve here, okay, I'll serve here. Whatever way it is. That's how we can serve and pray to Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki Gaur Bhaktavinda ki jai. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha padishana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Anantapuri Krishna ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanand. Thank you very much.
Prabhu, Ishaka's cousin gave birth to a premature baby in New Jersey today.
Okay.
So I think both of them are doing well, but like 3 months premature. So
Oh.
they can chant.
Yeah, we can.
their well-being,
Yes.
say,
Yes. Yes, we all can chant. So let's at the beach. Say, I don't know, we have it. So let me get the beach. We all will chant one round.
Yeah, I think they only one round. Prabhu, we can just do 3 times. Yeah. One might be.
So,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
We all chant one round for after you tell the image if you want. You have to. Okay, then you use this for now.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
We'll table and we pass it on.
Huh.
Together.
You can start chanting, no problem. You can start chanting. So entangled, like in material life, you were entangled. One round.
How many megapixels?
Oh, Mala is for all of you. All those who doesn't have mala, please take it. Huh? No, I don't have capacity to serve Atlanta. I'm doing the civil service in coming. That too in a small area. That's all. All entangled.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare.
You can start chanting who has got it in that one round.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Who has got it, who doesn't have it? Anybody, everybody got it? Anybody needs?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Who needs?
Hare
Oh,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
oh, yes.
Hare Hare.
Yeah. Kavish, which is like Mara gets her. Okay, everybody needs it.
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,